Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the crypto channel. If you're new here or if you're a subscriber, I really want to thank you for clicking on that video. I got some really important information here that I wanted to share with you guys that's going to probably do a lot of things for you here. It's going to save you money. It's going to give you a better connection for your Helium miner. And you're probably going to get a little bit more security with this option if you decide to go through with it. I am going to go and reveal what this is in a moment here, but I kind of wanted to get a little bit of the background of how I found this solution for this network. So the people that have been watching my previous videos have probably seen where I posted my first 4 miners there. I had one in the office and I kind of said that I'm going to be doing a test there to see how everything works with the mesh on the windows and it being in a concrete building. So speaking with the IT guy there, because it kept on staying relayed and didn't matter what I did with the port, it wouldn't go through. So he kind of recommended that, if you wanted to create a private network for your Helium miner, it'd probably be a little bit more secure because running a business with that Wi-Fi for that business, and to separate that, we can make a separate network for it. And I was kind of intrigued by that because I never even really thought of that. So what he recommended was to actually just buy a separate router, right? So that's kind of the whole thing here, right? All you have to do is buy a router, plug it into your modem, run the wire anywhere you want, and then run that into your miner, right? So again, this is going to be a really quick video because I just wanted to just kind of let you guys know how this is all going to benefit you. Again, what happens with running your, let's say your outdoor miners with the long LMR 400 cable, right? You end up losing a lot of dBi. So a way to minimize this would be to, instead of running the LMR 400 all the way to your miner, you could run an Ethernet cable, right? Run that closer to where your miner is, have the modem plugged in there wherever you have a power outlet, and then from there use the LMR 400 cable to go to your, to your device, right? So, not the LMR. You can use the Ethernet cable to go directly into your, your outdoor unit, right? Without having to kind of worry about losing the signal and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of one benefit of it. Another thing is that when you get a private network, what you're going to be getting the benefit of is that, it's separated from your home network. So if you're doing any online banking, if you're doing anything, all your home computers, your tablets, your TVs, anything that's connected, your security network systems, right? It's going to be separated from the Helium network. Again, Helium is a blockchain technology, but at the end of the day, I think adding more layers of protection and security for anything that you get into, especially with something that's fairly new like this, would be ideal. What I ended up paying for my router was around $20, right? So I'll kind of show you what the ones that I got here. So I bought this one here. I have 8 Bobcat miners currently right now, so I ended up buying 8 of them. And Amazon was kind of being weird, so I had to buy this item 4 times because it's available with only 1 unit. And then after the 4th time, when I went to go buy it again, because it appeared 4 times, the 5th time it allowed me to actually get a menu and select 4 for my last purchase. So as you can see, 5 times I've purchased 4 individual units before Amazon let me buy 4 units of the last available in stock. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Here it is. Those are all my purchases. So I already got this one. This one's set up at the office. This is the first one that we set up here. We're running into some issues with one of my friends' miners right now that's staying on relayed. It's kind of the only one that's left staying on relayed, and we've tried a few things. We've done the port forwarding. I just put the modem in yesterday. Today is the 29th of August, so yeah, I put it on the 28th. And these ones here, again, I ordered them, and I'm gonna have to wait for them all to come in. But for the $22 that it cost me, $21.55, and this is Canadian. So for you guys, I mean, in the States, you guys could probably get this router for like 10-15 bucks. Yeah, I mean, it's well worth it. If you guys are running your Helium network as a business, these are business expenses, right? So this is just adding security. And another thing that you could write off some of your profits, right? So it's another way to, first of all, provide security. Because for me, what I run into the issue of is everybody that I talk to that wants to get one of these miners, they're like gung-ho, let's go. And then I get a call the next day. It's like, so what does this thing do? you said it does this and you said it does that. And is it safe? Is it this? Is it that? And the big thing is the safety, right? Because that's what I get from, let's say 90% of the people. They ask me, is it safe the next day? And it's always the next day. I get a call or I get a text message or some way somebody calls me and asks me if it's safe. It kind of makes me think like, am I speaking English like with these people when I talk to them? Or like, because I might as well just say Dogecoin, much wow, Lambo. Like, I don't know. Maybe that would make more sense sometimes because it's kind of hilarious, right? You explain it so thoroughly to some people and it just like whoosh, whoosh, in one ear out the other. I mean, I don't blame them. Blockchain, everything super crazy, very difficult to learn, and I totally respect every individual. And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody because that was basically me before when I first got into blockchain. I didn't understand anything at all, right? So it's like it's everybody's initial entry point, kind of like learning the basics of everything. And Helium Network is kind of very different from everything too, as it's kind of more network based. We are spreading the network and personally, I think Helium is going to be hitting $50 by the end of this year, just because it's still in its infancy right now, and there's more people hopping on. It's gonna launch soon, right? The only thing that we can do to be able to ensure this network grows is that we need to spread our miners out, guys. We need to make sure that the people that have like 10, 20 miners in one area, you guys are taking some initiative and moving your stuff out of there, because I can run some numbers for you if you'd like, but if you're only getting 10% of your earnings, you're better off giving it to somebody else, giving them a percentage and actually gaining more rewards. It actually is more beneficial for you, and it would make the network more appealing to the projects that want to jump onto it, right? So remember, we're providing coverage. The way to provide coverage is to cover more areas. So the way to cover more areas is to set our miners further and further out. I personally have put a few of them in urban areas right now because I want to have that one beacon where other people can grow off of. And I highly recommend everybody doing that. If you're going to do stuff like that, guys, get the right antenna. If you're in an urban area, go grab an 8 dBi, 10 dBi, and blast outwards, right? Don't try to run a 1.2 or something really small if you're really far out. If you still want to be able to make an impact, always take into regards all the scenarios that you're dealing with, right? If you need to go a little bit higher up because you're dealing with a lot of foliage, trees, all that kind of stuff, or if you're dealing with mountains, buildings, again, be aware. But the only way we can make this thing moon, which is honestly the reason why probably everybody invested in this, is because they want moon, they want Lambo, they want much wow, right? So I mean, like, easiest way, let's spread them around. I will be moving some of my miners if it gets too dense and populated in some areas, and I highly recommend everybody to do that too. Again, once these projects see that the network is spread out very, very far, they're more willing to be able to build their projects on it, right? Like, they'll be able to say, hey, you know what? This is providing me just as much coverage as these cell-based options, right? If they're dealing with big networks, right? Could be at a lower cost from us, and we can give them the same kind of coverage. I think that's what we should initially, try to set, is like broaden our coverage, right? And that will make Helium go to $50. $100, right? So those are realistic numbers, I think, to actually be able to strive for and achieve, but it all comes down to getting the message out, being able to tell people, hey, you know what? Sometimes it's worth it to pack up and go, right? You see a better opportunity in another city, man, just take it. It's like a better job offering, right? It's just, sometimes you don't get these options twice. And sometimes you got to get out of your comfort level and speak to some people. Be willing to pay people, right? If you use it as a business, it's an expense. You're not paying for that initial mining revenue, right? It's theirs, it's non-taxable. So it's beneficial in many, many ways. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to get through, and just show you guys that it's very, very simple to be able to separate your network from your personal network, right? Be able to do it through one little router, about $21. This will be able to make it so people can actually take their miners outside if they don't want to buy all this LMR 400 cables and they just want to run an Ethernet cable right to it, right? There's so many ways to be able to benefit from having the option of moving a device closer to your Helium network. You're saving money by basically not buying as much LMR 400 cable and just doing a mass extension all the way from your device to your antenna, right? Like, that's, I think, a big waste. Like, it's a couple $100 probably for all that, plus shipping, plus install. You know, it's a lot of money when you could buy an Ethernet cable, like a 20-footer, like a 30-footer for what, like 10, $15. And, you know, you place that modem there, you add that up, it's an expense, you know, you're deducting off your total profits, right? So then you're making more money. You're basically benefiting so much more from this. So yeah, that was my rant. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys found value in this, I hope you guys, you know, smash that like button, throw a comment down there and let me know what you think of this. If this is beneficial, if you guys found some value out of it. And if you guys want more information like this, you know, hit that sub button. I'm actually getting really close to 1,000. I think I just got over 900 subs. So I'm giving 100 USDT away as soon as I hit that. So smash that sub button because I want to give money away. I want to give it away fast. So yeah. Nonetheless, I'll see you guys all later. Have a blessed day. Cheers.